What's up, everybody? Trinity here. Welcome back to 2nd Street. It's DC Tuesday, and here I am in my local comic book shop, Bases, Cards, and Comics, right here in Lancaster, California, to present you all with my comic book pull list and do some reviews for you all as well. Now, we just got done doing all the bagging and boarding, all the comic books and everything, getting ready for new Comic Book Wednesday tomorrow, and there is a lot of good titles getting ready to hit the shelves, and I'm gonna go over the books that I'm getting, and there will be timestamps down in the description as well. If there's particular titles you want to skip over or anything like that, you know, you could go ahead and feel free to do that. But starting right off with Aftershock Comics, we have got Nuclear Family, issue number 2, written by Stephanie Phillips. It's got art by Tony Chastain. J.D. Metler is the colorist, and Troy Peteri is the letterer. Tony Chastain and J.D. Metler did the main cover here. I'll show you those names right there, and you can see a little bit of the art that you can expect to get out of this book. Now, I will say this is only issue number 2, so we're just kind of getting into this series so far. And I got to tell you, I actually really do like this one. I think this is like the 3rd series on Aftershock that Stephanie Phillips has written, so it's like the third one I've read. I know there was like Artemis and the Assassin recently. What was the other one? It just ended. Red Atlantis, and now Nuclear Family. And I got to tell you, the first issue I thought was pretty good. Just kind of, you know, introduce you to the characters a little bit and just the situation that's going on here. Where issue number 2 expands on that. We see what happens with our main character here is that we've seen him living back in, 1958, and he's a used car salesman there, and just you could see just kind of there BSing with one of his friends there at the lot as they were there trying to sell cars. Just kind of a day in the life of. Well, he gets home with his family, and then next thing you know, a bomb goes off. Well, he runs inside, after this bomb goes off to, make sure his family is okay. Well, here in issue number 2, we start to see some of the fallout here. We get that Aftershock twist to it, if you will. We see that some agents bust into his house after this bomb goes off, and can think that they are Russian spies, the family living there, and that the Russian spies, and how they're living there in this house they don't really know after this nuclear fallout, and it turns out they're basically like 10 years in the future. But some of the things of how they got there, we've still got left to unravel. A whole lot of cool things going on in this book. I really did like this issue number 2, but I don't know, that's just if you ask me. I like a lot of the Aftershock books, but let me know down in the comments below if you've read Nuclear Family and what you have thought of it down there in the comments. The next one I've got here is I Breathe the Body, issue number 3. Written by Zach Thompson. It's got art by Andy McDonald, colors by Triona Farrell, and lettered by Hassan Atsmani El How. I'll show you those names right there. Again, this is another book that I really do enjoy. It's a tech horror in which you see that they're kind of telling us a narrative about these social media companies, these social media conglomerates, and kind of the lengths, the disgusting lengths they'll go to keep your attention on their platforms and keep you engaged and get your view time and your watch minutes. I mean, it's horrifyingly realistic, right? I mean, you're watching this on YouTube right now, so imagine the possibilities, what we could do here. Think about those hate clicks we could get if we really gave into this. Altogether, I've got to say, I Read the Body is really good. Zach Thompson is a writer that just, he speaks to me. His horror books are really good. And the art in here by Andy McDonald is really good. It's got that, a lot of body horror in here. And you know me, I absolutely love that with a lot of the body horror and things. But there's also a little bit more going on here with some of our main characters. Like, check this out right here. Check out some of that art. That's just beautiful. And I love it. The colors in here, Triona Farrell doing a great job on the colors. Hassan Atsmani El How doing great with the letters as well. I'm telling you, everything about this book I absolutely love. Like I said, tech horror, and it's kind of telling like a kind of, I don't know, it's got a little bit of a, a commentary on our modern society and social media and it's pretty cool in that way. And I really do enjoy this book. And like I said, Zach Thompson, he's written several books that I really do enjoy. And he's also doing Undone by Blood or The Other Side of Eden on Aftershock as well. Another great title. But let me know down in the comments below. If you have been reading I Breathe the Body and what you have thought about it so far. It's not for everybody, I'll tell you that. It is kind of gory. It's a little bit it is pretty on the horror side. It's a little bit out there, so it's probably not for everybody. Now, the next one we've got here is on Antarctic Press, and this is Horror Comics Black and White issue number 2. This is one I still haven't caught up with this one. I think issue number 1 came out, was it last week? The week before? I still got to catch up with this one. I actually do have this one in the colored version, but there's just not a good way to say that, is there? I have the original version of this that came out. I still haven't got a chance to read it yet, but let me know down in the comments below if you've read that one on Antarctic Press. They put out some pretty good books over there at Antarctic Press, so I really can't wait to get into that one finally. Moving into AWA Upshot, we've got Mann's World. This is issue number 4. What is it? 4? 3. Issue number 3 of Mann's World, and I've got to tell you, we're midway through here because this one's going through 5 issues, and I'm telling you, I like this book. This one is about these friends who are on vacation, and they go to this planet. It's off world from where they live at, to just kind of go on this little vacation. And it kind of reminds me of Total Recall. And it's very good in that way. Now, this book was written by Victor Gershler. It's got art by Nico Walter and colors by Snakebite Cortez, lettered by And World Design. The cover artist is Raza. I'll show you those names right there. Again, this is another great book I really do enjoy because, like I said, you get in there, the friends are on vacation. They're kind of these off-worlders, if you will, and you see there's some native people there to the world who are there, who are kind of, I don't know, part of the world in this world, this place that people come to basically vacation. And so you can imagine how there's kind of rules of conduct for these people, as all these other people are actually paying to be there. So there's some of that kind of stuff going on here, but we also see that our main characters here have kind of got themselves in a little bit of a situation in and of itself. And what's been happening throughout this book has been really good. I'm telling you, I really do enjoy this one. And it's interesting where this is going. I'm kind of really interested to see where this is going to end up after issue number 5, because we can see here as this group of friends has gone along on this journey, they have lost some people to these rebels, if you will, that are there on the planet. I wouldn't even say they're just some of the natives, of the planet. And in this book, it really gets pretty deep, and we're following our main characters here through the end. And just watching this unfold has been really good. And this issue, issue number 3, really got me hooked and ready for these last 2 issues. But let me know down in the comments below if you have been reading Mann's World and what you have thought of it so far. Like I said, it's one I've really enjoyed. The next one we've got here is Bite Size, issue number 4 of 4. Again, this one is a kid's book being written by Cullen Bunn. It's got art by Nelson Blake II, and colorist is Snakebite Cortez, and letters by Sal Cipriano. I'll show you those names right there. Now, this one is totally a kid's book, for children. Not even teenage. It's literally a kid's comic book. It kind of reminds me of Batteries Not Included, with a little bit of, with kids instead of old people. It's pretty interesting. These robots basically broke out of this facility where they were created, and there's one of these robots that's kind of building all these other robots to fight back against this family, these humans, out of just parts made in the house, out of the appliances there. So it's almost like that in Gremlins, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, add water to. Anyway, it's been a pretty good book. This is the issue number 4. This this series is over now. Altogether, I think I gotta say it was definitely a good book for children. Quick read if you're an adult, for sure. Like I said, it's meant for children, but a cute one if you've got kids. I'd say suggest it. for sure if you have kids, but if you're an adult and you don't want to read a little kid's book, I wouldn't, but like I said, kids, for sure, good one. Check it out. The next one we've got on IDW Comics. This one is Sea of Sorrows, issue number 4. And I am telling you, this book right here is absolutely great. I love this book. It's a good horror book about these guys who are at sea trying to pull off this heist. There's a ship that has sunk to the bottom of the sea, and there's this treasure on it, and they are there trying to get it. And they don't have so much luck. Because aside from all of the dangers of pulling off this mission, the ship that's kind of settled there, it could possibly, when they take this treasures off of there, it could shift and the boat will sink even farther down to where they can't get to it. So they're there down in the depths, and well, it looks like there may be somebody or something protecting the treasure on this ship. And kind of this journey that's we've seen here is these people going mad on this ship as they have been down there trying to get this treasure onto their ship so they can take off and get out of here. This book is being written by Rich Douek. The artist and colorist is Alex Cormack, and it's color assistance by Mark Mullaney, and letters by Justin Birch. I'll show you those names right there. You can take a look at that one. Now I'll show you, let me show you some of the, oh yeah, like right here, perfect. Second page here. Look at some of the art. This is the kind of art you can expect in this book. I'm telling you, it's great. Great stuff. This is a definite recommend. It is maybe a slow burn for somebody out there who's maybe not into the horror kind of stuff like I am, and seeing some of the stuff going on here. But I've liked it. Like, it's been, it's been good. It's been a good ride for me, because again, I like the horror stuff. If you can, it's good, especially with all the dark and everything. You see that picture I showed you there is very reflective of a lot that you get in the book and everything with the art and the colors. Just really good stuff. But let me know down in the comments below if you have been reading Sea of Sorrows and what you think of it. Now, moving on into Image Comics, we've got a new #1 here. Shadecraft. Yeah, imagine that. Image and a new #1. Seems like they've got a new one every week. Anyway, they probably actually do. Anyway, we've got Shadecraft, issue #1. This book being written by Joe Henderson. Lee Garbett is on art and covers, and Antonio Fabella is the colorist, and Simon Boland is the letterer. And I'll show you those names right there. Now, this book right here, I gotta say, I didn't know what to expect out of this book. As a matter of fact, I forgot I had it on my pull list. The guy here, they handed it to me. I was like, no. I was like, all right. I wasn't for sure if I had it, and kind of don't regret that. Got into this book and started reading it. It was a pretty good read. The art in this book is what I thought really stood out, and I really did enjoy the art here that Lee Garbett is doing. You can kind of seen it there in that first page there, but just like seeing some of this stuff right here, like a lot of that with the art and the colors. I really do like that style. I like the way it looks. Let's see where else I can show you. There are some things about this I could probably nitpick and tell you I don't like, but check out a little bit more of that. So just some of this stuff, a lot of that kind of stuff, I really do like that. Like the art in itself is really good, and the colors and all those kinds of things. Like, this is a really good one. I do like that. And again, it's Image, so you kind of know the quality and everything to expect out of an Image comic as far as the quality and all that stuff. This is a very Image book, if you will. But let me know down in the comments below if you've read Shadecraft and what you have thought of it. Again, it wasn't one I was really looking forward to. Really didn't know what to expect. Got into it and read it. It's pretty good read here. And so the next one we've got here is Crossover. Issue number, what is this, number 5? I believe this is issue number 5 of Crossover, written by Donnie Cates. Jeff Shaw is on art, D. Kniff on colors, John J. Hill on letters and design. I'll show you those names right there. And I can tell you just right off the bat, in case you guys don't know, haven't been following me on the channel very long or anything, not really a big fan of Donny Cates anyway or anything, and this book right here is, I don't know, just not really into it. This is probably the most interesting of the series so far in issue number 5. It's finally got a book that's kind of like, oh, this one's actually okay, as we see the characters coming together to try to get the little girl back into the bubble. You know what we're talking about. The little girl get back into the bubble, get her back with her parents and everything, and the superheroes there, and yeah, it's I don't know. This is probably the best issue out of all the ones that have come out, and again, I'm just not really feeling it. Again, I'm not a big Donny Cates fan though. There's probably some other books that he's done out there that I need to read, because everybody always talks about how good he is. I don't know. I thought the first arc of Thor was pretty good. You know, it was decent, but I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below if you've read Crossover. I know some people have been reading it, but you know what? Hey, I did notice in this issue the lack of Ellie or ellipsis in this one. It seemed like the last issue, like every single page, they were trying to see how many ellipses they could put in there, right? Like a little on the nose there with the storytelling, right? Anyway, moving on, this week we have got here Department of Truth, issue number 7. Now, this book right here being written by James Tynion IV with art. We've got a new artist here, Tyler Boss. Pretty sure that's the new artist. It's the new artist from the first arc, right? I'm pretty sure it is. The colorist is Roman Titoff. I'm sure I probably butchered that. I'm going to show you the names anyway in a second. And the letterer is Aditya Bidikar, and I'll show you those names right there, because like I said, I guarantee you I butchered at least one of those names right there. I gotta tell you, this series overall, I've kind of enjoyed it. It's not a bad series. James Tynion is a good writer. This series kind of telling this story about, well, you ask me, I say it's about cancel culture and confirmation bias, and you know, that's what the Department of Truth is all about. And so, but that in itself has been a pretty good series. Now, in issue number 6, remember how we kind of got a little bit of that backstory about the Department of Truth and how it all came to be, and a lot of that different kinds of stuff. Well, here in this issue, we get a little bit more backstory of some of the characters that we have been that we have met and interacted with throughout this world so far here in the Department of Truth. And I actually really did enjoy this issue, as we learned a little bit more about the man in the tin foil hat. Now, I will say with the different artists on here, the art is definitely different. Like that last issue had that whole Doonesbury thing going on. Here, Tyler Boss's art is definitely a different style. A little bit different style in here. The art in here, and I think, remember how in the first arc as well they had that kind of unsettling art, and I think it was all for a reason. Here we see the art is definitely different, and I think a lot of that is for this reason, as we're kind of learning some of our characters and a lot of this backstory about the Department of Truth and everything. Altogether, I gotta say, like, this issue kind of really brought me back on here, because I was thinking, like, we'll see how Volume 2 goes through here, through these through number 10, to see how it is. If I'm gonna keep reading this, if I'm just gonna be waiting on trades. And I gotta say, this one, just like kind of these stories where you're meeting these characters and getting in there, kind of in the nitty gritty, I guess, with them, learning some of their backstories. It's kind of cool. I like that. It's something I like. And we've done a little bit of that throughout this series, and something I like about it more so than kind of what the Department of Truth is actually out there doing. I think they've kind of laid that out pretty plain and simple. In a few of these issues, especially, what was that, issue number 5? Yeah, I remember when that guy came down, and he was sitting there, he kind of just broke it all down. He's like, hey man, look, I'm not the bad guy here. They're making me out to be the bad. What have I really done? Look, you're the one that killed the people just now, not me. Remember that? Yeah. Anyway, altogether, I've really been enjoying Department of Truth. Let me know down in the comments below if you've been reading it and what you have thought about it. I mean, or, you know, are you like Chris from Chaos and Comics, who's just a trade waiter as well? Trader? Yeah, trader? Hey, there's nothing wrong with trades. Trades are nice. I love trades. I've been buying more and more of them. Now, moving on into Source Point Press. This is one I've completely forgot I had on my pull list. This is Spaced Out. This is a one-shot from Source Point Press. This book is being written by Lou Mogan. The pencils, inks, and letters by Brian Dunphy. Colors by James Couts. I'll show you those names right there. Now, what this is kind of like an anthology done right, because I don't normally like these books that come out that have these anthologies in there. Like, you know, that one that came out, what was that one not too long ago, that Wolverine Black, White, and Blood? I read that first issue, I'm like, nope, not for me. Not into those kind of anthology series where they're just giving you a few pages of a little story. This right here actually works, because it's just like 3 little stories that are all 5 or 6 pages, and they are like not with super characters trying to tell a big super story. They're just silly little funny tales, and kind of like wartime tales, and it's pretty funny. Then the first one right here, we got with some animals in here dealing with some stuff. We got another story about this guy who's this kind of agent, I guess, if you will, that don't want to conform to what the people around him want him to do and stuff. Just like I said, it's silly stuff here. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Altogether, this book I thought was pretty funny, worth a read. And like I said, I'm not into these little anthology series where they do them in a book and then they move on to the next one. But this was actually doing one of those stories and doing it right. I really did enjoy this one out of Source Point Press. Let me know down in the comments below if you are checking out Spaced Out and what you thought about it down in the comments below. Like I said, I thought it was pretty silly and pretty funny. Something, sometimes I think that's missing in a lot of comic books. Just like a silly, kind of funny, and I know somebody's going to be like, oh, there's plenty of silly, funny books out there. But is there? I don't know. I enjoyed it, though. I thought it was pretty good. Also on Source Point Press here, the next one we've got here is Dead End Kids, the Suburban Job, issue number 3. Now, this one I haven't read it yet. I'm going to hold off on reading it because I still haven't read issue number 1. I'm still waiting to get it in here. But as soon as I get that in, I'm going to get that one and give it a read. I think somebody was telling me that this one is actually a 4-issue miniseries, not a 3-issue. So I could be wrong. Oh yeah, it does right here. It says at the very end to be concluded. So 4-issue miniseries here on Dead End Kids. I know the first one was only 3 issues, but I thought the first series was good. I'm sure the second one has been good so far throughout these first 3 issues. Again, Frank Gogol writing that book, and he did the first series of Dead End Kids. Then he just did No Heroin last year as well. I thought that book was really good as well. I got the trade paperback on that one, and I need to drop a review of that one. But again, I'm looking forward to reading this one when I do get that next issue in, because Dead End Kids, the first one, I thought was really good. Now, moving on, the last book I've got here, guys, is on Vault Comics. This is Shadow Service, issue number 6. This is the start of a new story arc. This book is being written by Kevin Scott. It's got art by Corin Howell. Triona Farrell is the colorist, and World Design is the letterer. I'll show you those names right there. You can take a look, get a little bit of the art there in this book as well. Now, this book has been kind of, we're dealing with like a Secret Service and ghosts, magic kind of stuff. You guys know I'm not really big on like vampires, magic, and stuff like that, but this one's Vault Comics. I've been reading it, and it's actually pretty good. Gave this one a chance. The story itself has been pretty decent. I like the art in this book. Altogether, it's been decent. Now, this issue right here is almost like another book I was just talking about here, where we're getting into some of the characters that we have been introduced to and been following throughout the journey of this series, who is not necessarily our main character here, just one of the other agents of MI666. The Shadow Service. So this one, again, I don't really feel like this is one of those books that's filler or anything. I feel like it's kind of giving us a little bit of this character development for this particular character, because obviously this character is going to have a little bit more to offer us than what's on the surface here. But altogether, I've got to say, I've really enjoyed Shadow Service overall. And this, again, it's issue number 6 here, kicking off the second story arc, and I'm not sure how long this one's going to be going for. If it's just going to be in 10 issues, or if it's going to be ongoing. I don't know, but so far it's been a good ride. Let me know down in the comments below if you have read Shadow Service and what you think about it down in the comments below. But that's all I have for my comic book pull list this week, folks. That's all I have for these comic book reviews as well. Let me know down in the comments below what's on your comic book pull list. Now, I know if you've been sitting here watching, if you're like me, you're sitting here watching this video, you're probably zooming in, trying to see all those little statues and everything behind me. I know there's a lot of cool statues here, man. Like, I want to get some of those, but you know what's good? I know what it is. It's just like the comic books. If I get one statue, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it home, and I'm gonna unbox it. I'm gonna set it on the shelf, and I'm like, I need more. Because believe me, there's a lot of cool ones. Like this, we got Cap over there with the hammer. Yeah, from Endgame. That's over there. Man, they have look, Taskmaster right there. Let me know. Is there anybody out there I know who watches the channel who likes Taskmaster? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there is. We got Daredevil, dude, Punisher, Wolverine, dude. These are the comic ones, man. This isn't none of that movie stuff. This is the comic book ones. Especially, you don't want none of that movie Punisher stuff, do you? You want the comic book Punisher. That's right. But that's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel. If you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, click the little bell and all of that good stuff. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't, which if you don't, that's just weird, but you know, while you're at it, make sure you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here. And you know, yeah, just do all that stuff. You know how it's done. You all have a good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.